Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Catone Field at Wethersfield High School for the following quarterfinal matchup in the CIAC Class L Boys Soccer State Tournament. The following contest is being conducted under the direction of Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Mr. Mike Maltesi and Principal Mrs. Siobhan O'Connor. Sports medicine services are provided by Hartford Hospital Athletic Trainer Mr. Scott Applebaum. It is the hope of the high school administration, game officials, coaches, and players that the spectators will enjoy the contest in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Please note that the use of profanity and inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated at any student-centered events. We, the students, athletes, and staff of Wethersfield High School, are proud of our school and want to extend a warm welcome to our guests. And when the action begins, the officials for this evening's contest will be John Moniz, Dan Pecora, and Gary Walker. And now it's time for the team introductions. Introducing the competitors first, competing out of the visitors' corner, hailing from the Southern Connecticut Conference, coming into tonight's contest with a regular season of 10 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. Ranked number 13 in the tournament, they are the Green Knights of Notre Dame, West Haven. And now it's time to meet the Green Knights starting lineup. Starting in goal, number 0, Zachary Benson. Number 3, Thomas McCarthy. Number 5, Jaquan Clark. Number 8, Luke Grant. Number 10, Giancarlo Escovel. Number 17, Joseph Lacage. Number 19, Nick Santana. Number 20, Andrew Mendez. Number 21, Raymond Curis. Number 22, Alan Lopez. And number 32, William Glennie. The Green Knights are led by head coach Chris Chuka. And now, competing out of the home corner, hailing from the Central Connecticut Conference, coming into tonight's contest with a regular season record of 10 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. Ranked number 12 in the tournament, they are your Wethersfield Eagles! And now the Eagles, starting 11. Starting in goal, number 1, Ricky Torres. Number 3, Marco Capasso. Number 4, Connor Swanson. Captain number 5, Owen Amatovic. Number 6, Sam Gustafson. Number 8, Will McCarter. Captain number 13, A.J. Contreras. Captain number 14, Joey Tada. Captain number 15, Sam Johnson. Number 18, Giancarlo De Jesus. And number 23, Josh Gustav. Your Eagles are led by head coach Rob Yacob. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor the brave men and women defending our freedoms at home and abroad with the performance of the national anthem done this evening by Kurt Swanson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight night's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Catone Field here at Wethersfield High School. We have had the announcement of the starting lineups. We have had a Catone Field tradition, the national anthem performed by Kurt Swanson. And we are ready now for quarterfinal action in the 2021 CIAC State Boys Class L soccer tournament. Yesterday began with 8 teams in Class L still playing soccer at the beginning of the day. Now only 5 remain. The winner of this one punches the ticket for the final spot in next week's semifinals against number 9 Guilford, who knocked off number 16 Massick 2-0 yesterday. My name is Dave Gustafson. I am joined and led tonight by voice of the Eagles, Jimmy Clark, who does double duty both on the broadcast and on the PA.
It's good to be here, and it's good for my final game from Catone Field. I gotta tell you, it really wasn't setting in until after the starting lineup, so let's hope it's a good one, and let's hope these guys continue their season next week.
It should be a good one. Both teams with identical 12-3-3 records now after 2 playoff wins. Let's talk quickly about how we got here. The Eagles closed the regular season in a bit of a scoring slump, netting only 1 goal in the final 3 games, but they have absolutely lit up the Catone Field scoreboard throughout the first 2 rounds of this Class L tournament. 10 goals in those 2 games, all while extending their overall shutout streak to 3 games now. Tuesday night for Wethersfield, it was a 6-0 win over number 21 Torrington. Thursday brought a 4-0 victory over number 28 Woodstock Academy. The Green Knights of Notre Dame, meanwhile, gallop into Catone fresh off one of the biggest wins in this tournament.
And we're underway as Gastel sets it off to Tata, and he'll work it to the back line. Now, we did hear for the scouting report this evening, Notre Dame West Haven, they have a tremendous goalkeeper, but they love to stack the middle right in front of them, and goal scoring is going to be at a premium in tonight's game. And Dave, can you tell us a little bit more about that fact?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's a through ball to McCarter. McCarter breaking through along the 10 into the box. Put a little too much on it, and out of bounds it goes.
Let's talk a little bit. We mentioned Notre Dame of West Haven. They come into this one off of absolutely one of the most talked about victories so far in this tournament, as they knocked off number 4 seed and 4-time defending Class L champion Daniel Hand in their second round matchup to get to this quarterfinal game today.
And that was an overtime game, I believe, as Connor Swanson playing out there defensively and works the ball away from the Green Knights. Sets it up towards Johnson on the far sideline. A nice cross into Gastel, the goal leader on this team, into Swanson. Ooh, offsides may be the call here.
Yeah, you mentioned Gastel, the goal leader for the Eagles. They've scored 50 now total on the year. Gastel leads with 9, so a balanced scoring attack. Swanson, who had the ball just for a second on that last play, has actually matched his regular season output, as he's got 2 goals already in this postseason.
Oh, and here come the Green Knights on a charge, as the crowd continues to trickle in here at Wethersfield High School. Ball's cleared away. Gastel gets under it. and he'll work it down into Tata. Tata near sideline to McCarter. Up to Tata again. He's going to try and push that near sideline. He's going to get there before the end line. Ball rolls out of bounds off his foot there as he tried to come up with that last second stop.
Joey Tata back from a late season injury. He's played well through the first 2 games of this tournament.
Notre Dame of West Haven bringing it up the field. Far sideline by the 30. We did hear their workhorse as we got the scouting report from both you and Kurt Swanson is they're going to try and push it to that workhorse, number 19. You're going to see him along the near sideline almost all night, we've been told. And that is Nick Santana, the sophomore of this Green Knights team. And the Green Knights, no stranger to playoff soccer here on Catone. As there's a whistle blowing, we saw them, if I'm not mistaken, 2-3 years ago in the first round.
It was actually 2 years ago yesterday, the 2019 Class L tournament. That was a second round matchup that the Eagles took 2-0. The Eagles were the 6th seed that year and got a bye in the first round, and Notre Dame was the first opponent for the Eagles in their run to the semifinals back in 2019.
And the Eagles one win away from making it back to the semifinals, where they have been snake bitten. That shot goes wide.
Nice ball off the free kick. Goes wide of the net.
Again, this Eagles team, for the past 2 years, not counting last year's, there was no state tournament, snake bitten at semis. Once in Naugatuck by Daniel Hand, once by Wilton in Waterbury. And that'll be kept in bounds. Who'd it go off of? It goes off of Wethersfield, and they'll rule it's a Notre Dame ball. Set for the throw-in.
And while we await the throw-in, we'll just tell you a bit about our setup for tonight. We are down our normal camera equipment and camera crew, so video will be a little bit more limited as that shot goes to the side of the net.
No shots on goal yet this evening, as none have required a save. And it's back over to DeJesus and Amedovic back and forth. Playing it way up from the back, and Gestel trying to get off to the races. They'll clear the ball to the goalie. A shield from Notre Dame West Haven, the goalie way out of the box. He'll play it from the back.
Good step from Capasso.
Capasso played it off the leg there to Tata. Now to Swanson from around that 42-yard line into Amedovic. Amedovic towards Capasso there. Lets one rip. Sent a little too forward. Notre Dame West Haven gets there. Ooh, off the body of DeJesus. Notre Dame was appealing for a handball back there. Connor Swanson near sideline to Will McCarter. Off his leg. Ball goes the way of the Green Knights.
So we will have some limited video as the ball goes into the corners on this near sideline, but again, with Mr. Clark here, we will have all the action described for you as the Eagles charge once again.
And McCarter plays it through to Gestel, who's in an awkward angle. Cleared out. We'll see what it is ruled here. See if this will be a corner or a throw-in. It will be a throw-in.
Yep, throw will come. So Wethersfield trying to play the ball forward on the long passes from the backfield. That has been a recipe for success for the Eagles.
We saw that especially in the 6-0 win against the Raiders of Torrington. Looks like DeJesus will be taking this throw-in along the near corner.
And this should make it all the way into the box. It does near post.
It's up towards Swanson. Ooh, whisked away. But once again taken by Tata. Tata to Swanson. Swanson tries to touch and go through the field. Notre Dame West Haven plays it off the body. Eagles ball. It will be ruled. No. West Haven ball. Last minute ruling.
So 33-26 remaining now in the first half. We are scoreless in this one.
So just about 7 minutes in to this evening's contest with the moon up big and bright in the sky tonight.
And it's almost a little funny, the opening track on this warm-up mix we got for the team, Dancing in the Moonlight, and that is what this Eagles team hopes to be doing at the end of tonight's game as they try to move forward to next week's semifinals. Played inward, but both teams working towards that same goal, and they've got an equal chance, each team with a 12-3-3 record, as he said earlier. Oh, what a deflection by the back line! Keeping it away from Ricky Torres, a big scoring opportunity, and even bigger defensive step up by the Eagles as Tata has it low sideline into Swanson. Swanson will work it forward and across. Nice dive from Notre Dame West Haven, but Wethersfield retains possession. A good side step by number 21 of the Green Knights. That's Raymond Curis. Played forward, trying to appeal for an offsides. Torres comes out and gloves it up with 32:15 to go.
Nice aggressive play from Torres coming out off his line to scoop that one up as the through ball split two defenders for the Eagles. Notre Dame unable to get the shot.
That has been the story of the game so far for West Haven. But one has to wonder, with this kind of intensity, how much longer are the Eagles going to be able to keep up? As that one goes right down to Torres. 31:50 to go as that one's played forward again from the back off of McCarter. McCarter will take it. He's got Castell up in the front. Good step forward by number 5, but Castell's still got it. Tries to clear it. They're going to fight for it. Castell, another good step. Played along to the far sideline to number 20. That is Andrew Mendez. Mendez works it forward, trying to get it to Santana. Ooh, taken by the back line. 1 white shirt and 3 blue shirts is not going to happen. A whistle blows, and I believe that will be maybe offsides.
We do have, for the quarterfinals and beyond, a 3-person officiating crew here for this one.
It's getting serious.
Center ref with 2 ARs on the sides. Different from the regular season 2-person crew where both officials are on the field.
And this one played back to number 21 out there. Eagles racing after it. Ooh! Little sidestep by Santana. Played along the sideline, number 32, William Glennie. Ooh, whiffs on a good shot opportunity there, but not out of the woods yet are the Eagles.
Nice step from Gustafson. There's a shot going high into the night sky toward the
into the concession
pavilion.
stand.
Yep.
Or in the concourse, I believe.
Concourse, that's the word we're looking for.
Well, someone came up with the ball, but they kindly return it to the field.
All right, so we are just about 10 minutes in. Scoreless affair so far. On the line is the last spot in the Class L semifinals.
So winner of this gets Guilford, is that correct?
That is correct.
Gotcha.
Number 9, Guilford awaits the winner.
And that'll be out of bounds on Wethersfield. Wethersfield's getting pressured right out of the center, right up onto those far and near sidelines. This is not a great look from the Eagles' offensive unit, but they've got to do something to corral it. They've only been playing for 10 minutes in an 80-minute long game, but still, you got to figure something out to beat these guys when you're going downfield.
No question about that. Wethersfield looking for some of that offense that has been prevalent throughout the first 2 rounds of the tournament. Definitely expected the output would be less today given the defensive prowess of the Notre Dame Green Knights.
Well, I mean, the production, if you look at it for the past 2 games, has gone down by 2 goals each time. 6-0 in the first round, 4-0 in the second round. The defense, I would imagine, ideally would stay the same. But that may not be the case with Notre Dame West Haven boasting big wins. 5-0 against Bassick. They tied with Xavier earlier in the season, beating Wilbercross 1-0, 4-0 over Amity. A few solid wins here and there, but a lot of blowouts. Not exactly judging accurately the strength of the team, I don't think. But when you score as much as that and then you beat Daniel Hand, you've got a serious chance. And here's an offsides call. Way ahead of the back line. Looked to be a West Haven player.
You talked about the Green Knights and their scoring on the season. 64 goals scored during the regular season. That's an average of 4 per game. They did hit the double-digit mark twice. 2 different times they scored 10 or more goals in a game.
Back over towards Swanson to Tata. Tata into Johnson. Johnson plays back to Amedovic. Amedovic to work forward. Along the far sideline by Gustafson. Works into the box. West Haven will clear it. And this should be a corner, I believe.
Wethersfield, by comparison, 40 goals on the regular season, an average of 2.5 per game.
And so we'll see a throw-in coming here. Again, the Eagles offensively combined with the postseason 50 goals. They scored 10 in the first 2 rounds. 6-0 and 4-0 wins, respectively. Played back towards Amedovic. And now over to Contreras. Contreras boots one forward. Ooh, a sidestep by West Haven. Along to number 19. He's their workhorse. We'll see what he can do. Oh, off the back of the foot from an Eagles defender. Into the box. Tata plays it masterfully. And works it right out and around. High sideline it goes. To Jesus, it looks like. Pulled a little sidestep there.
So Wethersfield's defense has responded nicely on a couple of threats now from the Notre Dame offense.
Notre Dame boots one out, and that will go the way of the Eagles.
The Eagles on the season allowed 17 goals in the regular season, but their last one was a shutout, as have been the first 2 in the playoffs.
Here's Tata, gets it taken away by the Green Knights. Played back. Amedovic will send it to Torres, who boots one deep. No shots on goal by either team this evening. So it's been a shotless affair on our scoreboard. Ooh, offside is going to be ruled by the line judge there. Oh! We're going to see a verbal warning coming here against Santana.
A bit of frustration on the offside call. Poke the ball forward
Just a little too
after
forward.
the whistle. Yep. So Wethersfield again tries to find an answer. We talked about Wethersfield defensively, but Notre Dame only allowed 9 goals on the regular season. That is an average of just over half a goal per game.
3 of them did come, actually 4 of the goals, if you're counting season-wide, came to Xavier. One in a 3-0 loss and one in a 1-1 tie. Xavier, of course, coming off their playoff games against the likes of Glastonbury. One of which almost a loss for the Falcons.
The Falcons are still alive. They got an overtime win over Darien yesterday to advance to the semifinals in the Class LL tournament.
Played in towards Johnson. Sam Johnson to Swanson. Swanson to McCarter. Will McCarter.
Carter tries to go through 2 defenders. Ball deflected. There's one toward the net.
First shot of the game, and that'll be tallied as the first save of the contest.
So nicely done from Swanson. He's got a goal in each of the first 2 games. That has equaled, in just those 2 games, equaled his entire regular season output.
Look at Sam Gustafson. Sorry to cut you off there, but Sam Gustafson with a beautiful defensive effort works the ball away from 2 players. Doesn't keep the ball for the Eagles, but still slows him down a touch. The back line and Nick Santana battling out in that low corner along the Eagles zone. The shield is broken up, and I believe, if I'm correct, the Eagles will have given up the ball. A throw-in coming here. Played short in the box. Cleared away by the Eagles. They're going to try and get it back, and they will. Owen Amedovic works it forward into Gastel. Gastel, the goals leader, crosses it out to Johnson. Johnson looking to play it forward off the 50 to the far sideline. Inside. Oh, he flubs on a clear. A bad bounce towards the end line, and he'll kick it off the school bus and onto the street. Someone's going to wake up with a new soccer ball tomorrow.
So good ball movement from the Eagles to push the ball upfield. Quick touch passes. The clear finally goes over the sideline, so a throw will come as Giancarlo De Jesus backs up into the trees, and here we go.
That's one fly. Oh, picked up by the goalie. Number 9 ready to come in for the boys of West Haven, the Green Machine.
So just under 23 minutes remaining. First half action here from Wethersfield. We are scoreless in this quarterfinal matchup. Number 12 Wethersfield, number 13 Notre Dame of West Haven.
Ooh, good step there.
Marco Capasso with a nice challenge as the Green Knights got into the box on that one, but no shot able to be generated.
Looks like this will be a corner for the boys of West Haven. Trying to call
We're
it
going to
sub.
nix the substitution, and they're going to let it wait till after the corner kick here.
Makes sense. 22:19 to go.
First set piece of the game, if my memory is correct.
You are correct. And here it comes. Play to the corner. Just wide off the back of the head of Nick Santana.
Good pressure there. Connor Swanson had him marked up pretty well. Ball came all the way far post. The Eagles play it out.
Stoppage for the substitution, looks like. And so we will see the substitution come to fruition. Nope. Oh. Yes, the confusion. Yes, we've got him.
Subbing in for Notre Dame West Haven, number 9, Christian Alina.
All right, so our first substitution of the game. Scoreless game here now, 21-25 and counting first half action.
Booted in by Torres. Johnson lays it off the front of the ankle and out of bounds. Number 32, that'll be Glennie. Throws it in. West Haven on a cross.
Nice header from Amedovic. Wethersfield needs to clear.
And they do. At least briefly, Johnson plays it back. Contreras sets it to McCarter. Will McCarter boots it high, lobs it to Gastel. Oh, off Gastel and out of bounds. And the Eagles' ball control has been a little off-center tonight. Or subpar, should rather say. Off the head of Swanson. A lot of balls you'd see them play early, or at least in the regular season, ending up to be going right out of bounds. As the whistle blows, the free kick is delivered up to Will McCarter.
Good.
Plays along the sideline. Will McCarter off to on his horse. Into the box! Saved.
Boy, nice ball.
Uh-oh, goalie is hurt.
Nice ball played ahead by McCarter. Quickly got it all the way across to Jesus, charged down the right side. Not able to get there in time as the keeper for Notre Dame able to scoop that one up, but
Called the
shaken up
to play as the goalkeeper appears to be on the ground. He did get up briefly, and he will get up again.
Shaken up a bit, just a bit of a collision as he went to the ground, scooped up the ball. De Jesus came flying through, avoided more of a collision, but got tangled up a bit.
More so feels like he might have just collided with the ground wrong and maybe tweaked something out there.
Nice play, good aggressive keeping from him to get out and smother that ball before the Eagles could get a foot on it.
Kick out of the box coming for the Green Knights as they work at high sideline. Played very far from the back. Cleared away. Back to Notre Dame West Haven. Now off.
Nice play from Amedovic to get that when he's got some space. Center circle we go, looking for Gastel.
And this will be brought up towards De Jesus. Boots one big to McCarter. Oh, it's just wide.
So the Eagles are playing long ball, but they are doing it smartly. They're connecting for the most part, just not able to get the shot on net.
It's the shots that are just not finding their targets, but the long balls really connecting out there, as you said.
So 19-25 and counting first half as the ball goes through the center circle. We are scoreless here. Quarterfinal action, Class L tournament.
And this first half has just been absolutely blowing past us here tonight. Feeling some of the players might have had a Red Bull before.
Nice step from Joey Tata.
Now up towards McCarter. Gastel follows it in. Oh, a misstep. Picked up by West Haven. And Notre Dame sets it back to Wethersfield as the Eagles will run off with it. Eagles have got the ball. Played up. Now towards DeJesus. Back and forth they go. DeJesus on the charge. Ooh.
All taken away there. Good defensive effort from Notre Dame. Gustafson stands them up. Ball comes toward the midline. Swanson is waiting for it.
Swanson trying to play it out of number 17's.
Good defensive effort from Swanson. Gets the ball back for the Eagles. Joey Tata now down the left side.
And here comes Tata. He'll play it up to McCarter. McCarter on the charge.
Can he turn the corner? Low ball.
Yes!
Josh Costello.
Oh!
McCarter able to turn the corner. That has been a secret for the Eagles.
And now that secret's been played. That card has been played, and they just miss on the corner.
So McCarter got around, got the step, decided to play the ball low. And Gastel got a turn with the left foot. Got the shot just to the left of the net. Here comes Notre Dame quickly the other way, though. Collision.
Played
They get
in.
the ball in the box. It's past
Out! They keep it out! Oh my goodness! They keep it out!
A.J. Contreras saves the first goal of the game as Torres challenged on the initial play.
Oh my goodness!
So that will lead to a corner for the Green Knights. They play it short. Here we go into the box.
Trying to catch Eagles sleeping or shaking up off that last opportunity, but they don't catch a Medovic like that. Played out of bounds. What a golden defensive play. Defenders are all right there.
Step from Swanson again. Johnson tries to play it forward. He's got Costello.
Now to Johnson. Johnson plays it forward, a little too
Long ball
forward.
again.
Tata getting under it.
Three, but he'll get there.
Tata tries to get under it. The the blue shirts are right there. Goes through McCarter. Good play.
Swanson up from the back again, just outside the 18. Off to McCarter now.
McCarter from 30 yards out. Oh, ball nearly taken away. Out to Tata from the foot of Swanson.
This is what we thought we would see. The middle is jammed. Wethersfield needs to get to the outside. They do now with Costello. Toward the box, and that is a shot on net. Good save, good reaction from the keeper for Notre Dame. We are still scoreless, 16-15 remaining first half.
My goodness.
But the action has started to heat up in the last few moments. Our camera goes a little bit haywire here.
Oh boy. You need any assistance?
I think we're good.
Now out. Played by West Haven, and I just can't imagine. I still can't get over that defensive play right there. That's a highlight.
Oh, no question. And if this game remains tight, that's going to be one that the Eagles definitely will need.
Could very well be a deciding factor of tonight's game. Again, scoring at a premium for the very stingy Notre Dame West Haven defense. But if you remember back, the final game of the regular season against Hall, and we're going to have to put that thought on hold as here come the Eagles once again soaring down the field. Back over to Johnson from Swanson. Inward.
Take him down. Oh, they got to the ball first. All right.
No whistle's going to be there.
Good challenge here from Contreras. The ball going the wrong way for Wethersfield. Medovic able to turn it around.
Here comes Medovic.
Got some space now. Going to send it over to DeJesus on the far side, just over the midline.
And that one was put a little contact on by the Green Knights. Green Knights readying a substitution, but a throw-in coming for Wethersfield. With only under 15 minutes to play in this first half, this has been breezing past us. Not many highlights to tonight's game, but this really is turning out to be a defensive dream. If you like low-scoring soccer, man, are you in for a treat tonight. That one's played off the high sideline.
Touch. Castell tries to get on that, but Notre Dame is going to clear. Medovic waiting for it for Wethersfield. He will get to it first.
They'll go out of bounds on Wethersfield. It's like 22 and 11 stacked to come in.
Subbing in for Notre Dame West Haven, number 11, Jamie Fonseca. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 22, Ray Petoya.
So the first first substitution of the game for the Eagles, who are in the home blues tonight for the final time for these 20 seniors here at Catone.
And there's a throw-in played short by Notre Dame of West Haven.
They got a man in the box. They've got to get to this. Ricky Torres does nicely. Good shield from Ametovic and Contreras, the center backs for this Wethersfield team.
Tata with a good step towards, I believe that's Batoya. Now back into Tata to McCarter. McCarter will send it.
Looking for Gustafson in the middle. That's going toward the net. There's a diving save. Good run from Gustafson. Beautiful ball again from McCarter. He's had a couple of fantastic crosses.
This is going to turn into that first set piece for Wethersfield, the third of the game. Wethersfield on their first corner. It's going to be taken by McCarter. This is a big-time opportunity for the Eagles to try and break into the lead.
So here we go. Looks like we've got Gastel near post. Gustafson in the 18. Tata now comes short.
McCarter boots it to the center. Oh, stopped by Notre Dame of West Haven.
Nice play from Swanson to avoid the quick counterattack by Notre Dame. Will McCarter trying to turn the corner, but he is stopped there.
Tata gets a little piece of it, but not the whole thing. Playing the near sideline. Contreras out in front. He'll shield the ball. Ball will go the other way with 12:41 to go in the first half. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Clark. Alongside me, Dave Gustafson. So glad to bring you all the action here on Blue Eagle News' YouTube channel. We're a little limited with our camera as all the equipment is still in the auditorium from the drama production. And we'll see the Notre Dame West Haven Green Knights try to charge forward, but Sam Johnson is on it. Some good movement back there. He'll play it back towards Torres. Ricky Torres now with the ball, and he'll boot it in front to Gustafson. Off a defender. Back towards Batoya. Batoya will get a foot out in front. Now to Santana. Nick Santana plays it forward.
Nice.
Batoya on the ball.
Yeah, from Batoya. He might have stretched his leg a little too far on that one. He's still up. Got the ball going forward now for the Eagles.
Here
Looking
comes
for
to
Gastel.
Now to Gustafson. Gustafson's been playing off forward here at the late part of this first half. Back over.
Wethersfield trying to find an angle there, but that's going to be scooped up by the keeper for Notre Dame.
No such angle to be found.
So scoreless we remain, 11:25 and counting. First half action. As a reminder, in the tournament, if we end regulation with the score deadlocked, we will go to 2 10-minute overtimes that'll be played to their fruition.
Sounds good to me, I will say.
Score remains tied at that point. It's penalty kicks to decide who moves on and claims the final spot in the semifinals next week.
Last time I saw penalty kicks, it was Wethersfield Newington. Some girls soccer offsides. Santana's in disbelief, but he's just breaking ahead of the back line.
And you mentioned the Wethersfield girls team. Our congratulations go out to them as their season came to a close. They marched all the way to the quarterfinals in the girls Class L tournament. They had a 100-mile journey on the road last week. It finally came to an end at E.O. Smith on Friday night.
And Notre Dame West Haven. And that was a pretty fantastic season for that girls team, winning the CCC North, which they were unable to do last year, or at least the Region D tournament. That they lost in penalty kicks to the same team. Wethersfield Newington seemingly always in the CCC North championship games and situations. So
The Eagles now, here's Johnson. McCarter on the left.
Sets
Goes
up
middle to Gastel.
Gastel to Gustafson. Plays it back. Ooh. Now back over towards, I believe that might have been
It was
Gastel.
Gastel. Capasso now chips one, looks for Johnson in the middle. Tata's going to clean it up.
Tata gets there and works it to Swanson. McCarter on the run for it.
Good challenge. If he can split these two, the Eagles have a chance. He goes down. That's going to draw a whistle.
And so as that draws the whistle, we should be seeing a free kick here.
So McCarter goes down, tried to split two Notre Dame defenders.
We'll be about 20 yards out here.
Here we go. Ball goes in toward the box. Over Gustafson's head again. It got to the foot of Josh Gastel. Not able to put it toward the net. Another nice ball played by McCarter.
This one played back with 9:05 to go. Torres is there, and he'll pass it over to Amedovic.
The free kick just went about a yard over the head of Sam Gustafson. It made it to the foot of Josh Castell, but the score remains scoreless. Here's Swanson now up for the back.
Swanson, he's got it by the 10. It's stolen away by West Haven. Notre Dame of West Haven has been putting up a valiant effort. Here comes Nick Santana. This is the guy that they want on offense.
Step on Amedovic. Amedovic is able to get back, and Torres get to it.
Oh, it's
Look at
Capasso. Save is made by a defender again. Deflection
by Batoya. Capasso, then Batoya. Gustafson battles for it.
Gustafson with a beautiful challenge.
The Eagles are not out of harm's way yet, though. Notre Dame still with another chance.
Working back over this time to number 11. And that is Jamie Fonseca. That was their second shot, and the second save was made. And once again, the defense for the Eagles comes up big.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 18, John Carlos de Jesus.
So you talked about it. The back line has been stellar for Wethersfield. AJ Contreras earlier absolutely saved a goal. Capasso cleared one out after Torres had made a challenge on that last play. So we remain scoreless. It's been a fun one, 7:38 and counting first half.
And we'll see the Eagles pass it up to Tata. 7.5 to go. Towards Swanson. Back to Tata. McCarter. Beautiful challenge from Notre Dame and West Haven, and DeJesus puts a little too much on it. Out of bounds it goes. Green Knights ball. Maybe the Eagles a little too jumpy in this first half with the ball.
The Eagles are playing an aggressive offensive game, similar to what we've seen in the first two rounds. Obviously not quite the same result yet at this point in the game, but Wethersfield taking their chances, playing the long balls from the back.
And they've been very, very close, inching closer to the goal and trying to hit the back of the net. Here comes the Green Knights off a player
Capasso
for
there with the
Wethersfield.
left foot.
Played out. John Carlos tries to get after it now.
Batoya with a nice play.
6:39 to go in the half. Played out.
Nice left-footed ball down the left side, that far sideline. Amedovic is going to wait for it. And Notre Dame gets there first. Amedovic's got to get to it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, whistle blows. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, and the ball goes Wethersfield's way.
So Amedovic tried to shield initially. Nice pressure from Notre Dame. Got them an opportunity in the box, but then there was contact, and the whistle goes in favor of the Eagles. They will take over.
And Torres was there on a save either way. 6 minutes now left in this first half. It's played in off the side of the head of John Carlos de Jesus. Whistle blows. Eagles ball. No, Notre Dame ball.
So the arm went the wrong way initially, but that's probably the right call. A collision in the center circle. DeJesus trying to get to that ball for Wethersfield. The ball will go back to Notre Dame. The Eagles back it up. There is a little bit of pushing and shoving we're seeing out here now as the game is getting more and more intense with each minute that passes. It's high in toward the box. Torres is going to let it bounce right into his arms, and he will send it out quickly to Joey Tata now down the left side. Here come the Eagles.
And Tata charging along that 40. Here he comes, working through the near sideline. He's on his horse, and he's off to the races once again. But Notre Dame, West Haven with a nice steal, taken back now to AJ Contreras. Contreras works it forward from the 40, tries to get past. It's back to Swanson. Swanson to Contreras. Contreras wasn't in the right place. Nobody home on that pass, but it's sent back over to Amedovic. Oh, and Amedovic will play it back to Ricky Torres, and Torres will give it the boot. This one will cross the 50 again towards McCarter. McCarter's going to have to chase after it. He's going to get there to DeJesus. DeJesus to McCarter. They both race after it. No one knows. A little miscommunication, but it's taken back by McCarter.
Can he get the step? He's got it. Here we go. Toward the box. Low ball. Gustafson was there. DeJesus. Sam Johnson maybe with an opportunity. Stands it up. Defended well.
Johnson by the box. Send it out. Here it comes.
Oh, Gustafson missed a header opportunity off that cross from Capasso.
Not out of danger yet. Ball still very much in the box. Tata with a
rocket!
High over the crossbar.
And the Eagles had a chance. Beautiful ball crossed from the far side by Capasso.
Subbing in for Weathersfield, number 23, Josh Gustav.
Gustafson was there in the box, just unable to get his head on the ball and move that one forward. But then as it rolled out, Joey Tata with a rocket sails just high, goes through the football uprights, and we remain scoreless here. 3:37 and counting, first half action. Weathersfield has been aggressive. They've had to make some saves on the defensive end. The back line has played stellar. Here comes a nice ball crossed for Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame of West Haven on the charge here.
Good contained by Capasso. The ball goes back in. There's a Medovic.
Oh, a deflection.
It'll be a corner kick.
Should be the third of the contest.
All three have been from that far corner. They line it up as if they may try the short ball here. Weathersfield has to be on their toes here. Scoreless game, 2:53 remaining. Set piece coming for Notre Dame of West Haven. The Green Knights line it up. Nobody on the near post.
Played short.
Nice job getting around. The ball goes toward the net. Headed out of there. Looked like by Weathersfield. Goes toward the sideline.
Out of play, and we'll see a throw-in for West Haven once they rally the troops. 2.5 minutes to go in the first. I do have to ask, do I still do the 10-second countdown for the first half? Is that what we were told the last time? As here, we're going to put that on hold as here comes DeJesus.
Oh, tried to make the next one. Here's McCarter.
Carter got that
Still with a chance.
rebound. And he's going to try and work through the legs. Getting a little pushing and shoving.
That's got to draw a whistle as he goes down. The official waited. It was a late whistle. The official waited to see if he would stay on his feet, but once he went down, the call came. Free kick for the Eagles. Just about 34 yards out from the net.
Carter walking it off here. Tata getting an in-the-field set piece. We've got 1:50 to go in the first half. 3-2 in shots. Eagles have the lead in that category, but they're unable to touch the twine.
What we've seen so far from Weathersfield, there seems to be opportunity if they can connect on a header. High ball, that's going to go into the night sky.
Oh, football crossbar strikes again. 1:25 to go.
The Eagles continue their aggressive offense, though. McCarter rips the shot off the free kick. Skips off the top of the crossbar. We remain scoreless. 1:10 and counting now. And to your question, we will give the 1-minute announcement and then count down the last 10 seconds is what we've been told.
I needed that refresher.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Here's DeJesus right at the minute mark.
Still. Oh, tried to find DeJesus.
Goodness.
The Eagles trying that extra pass to get a little bit closer to the net there. Good play from Capasso. Tries to split two, but there's good defense from Notre Dame.
Now send back over.
And booted by Weathersfield out of bounds.
And that was a smart play. That's one of those that won't show up in the stat sheet, but Medovic clearing that ball was critical as Torres had already come out to just about the same place where Medovic and A.J. Contreras were.
So as we're ready, these final 15 seconds of the contest.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your score at halftime. Notre Dame of West Haven 0 and Weathersfield 0.
All right, it has been as good as advertised. Both teams taking their chances offensively. Weathersfield has been aggressive on their end. They've had to face off and fend off some counterattacks by the Green Knights of Notre Dame. We're going with a 10-minute halftime clock here. So we will catch our breaths. We'll leave the video up. We'll be back with more audio as second half action will resume in just under 10 minutes. Scoreless here from Weathersfield. Number 13, Notre Dame. Number 12, Weathersfield for the final spot in the CIAC Class L semifinals. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back to Catone Field here at Wethersfield High School. We are just over a minute away from second half action. This one has been every bit as good as advertised. It's the number 12 seed Wethersfield Eagles against the number 13 seed Notre Dame West Haven Green Knights. We are scoreless at halftime. Both teams have taken some shots, thrown some punches, not literally, figuratively, of course.
Of course.
And the defenses have responded. We are scoreless through 40 minutes. We are no closer to knowing who will take the last spot in the Class L semifinals. Number 9 seed Guilford awaits in this side of the bracket.
And trust me, they are waiting patiently right now. This game is something you don't want to rush. I tell you, I'm enjoying every second of this one. There has not really been a dull moment to this game.
No, it has been up and down action. Both teams are playing aggressive on the offensive end, which has led to some stellar defense on both sides.
I mean, I tell you, this feels a lot like watching two heavyweight boxers go back and forth for 12 rounds. Only thing is, we got another 12 to go.
We've got 40 minutes of second half action about to get underway. If we are still deadlocked at that point, 2 10-minute overtime periods will be played. And if no winner has been decided at that point, we will go to penalty kicks.
Looks like Torres might be on the bench, and the switch has been made to call Chris Daly onto the field, I believe. I would be correct in that assumption right there.
Wethersfield's platoon system in net. Looks like it will continue. Ricky Torres started the game, played the first half. Helped keep Notre Dame of West Haven off the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, now playing goalie for your Wethersfield Eagles, number 0, Chris Daly!
So Chris Daly, after sitting for the first half, comes into a scoreless game, and we are ready to go. Second half action, Class L quarterfinal, the last of the quarterfinals. One spot remains, and here we go. 40 minutes left to decide in regulation.
Trying to get on the attack early off that kickoff. It'll be taken by Will McCarter. He works it back towards Amedovic. Now to Gustafson, back to McCarter. McCarter up side into Johnson. As the Eagles get a lot of ball movement real quick. Whistle blows, ball goes Eagles' way, and a rocketing start to the second half on both sides of the game. Remember, like you said, if this game remains tied in the next 39 minutes and 30 seconds, we go to 2 10-minute overtimes. If it's still tied, we go to PKs. And man, I love seeing the PK shootouts, but maybe not tonight.
I am not the biggest fan of that as a way to decide an outcome. It feels a bit like a free throw shooting contest to end a basketball game, but that is how it goes.
And here's number 20 along the near sideline before it gets to the end line, and it does go out of bounds. That goes out of bounds off of Andrew Mendez, the freshman, number 20.
So Wethersfield looks to be back with the starting 10 on the field with the keeper change that we highlighted earlier. Nice play from Gustafson trying to win the ball back. Notre Dame's going to control. Over to the left side, now toward the middle they go. Amedovic is there, off his chest, sends the ball high the other way. Sam Johnson trying to track it down in the center circle. Johnson able to get there. Over the midline he goes.
And Johnson, he's looking for somebody. He will cross it a short ways to Tata. Tata plays it through to DeJesus, back to Tata. Tata from 30 yards out. He'll let one fly. It's saved. Fourth shot on goal, fourth save of the contest.
And that was one. You love the aggressiveness. That's one where you wonder if Wethersfield could have used one more pass to try to create a better angle on that shot. But well done by Notre Dame's keeper.
Well, I think these guys are a little jumpy out there. You got a lot of energy coming into the second half of tonight's contest. You don't know what to do with it. You're going to take those shots early. And I think Tata, he recognized the success he had, or the success he almost had back in that first half from letting one fly from about 30 yards out. We'll see a stoppage to the clock. Number 20 will go down. He'll come off with a limp. It'll be number 10 to replace him. That'll be Giancarlo Esquivel.
Subbing in for Notre Dame of West Haven, Number 10, Giancarlo Esquivel.
Chris Daly will be set to go.
So with this game scoreless, just over 2 minutes into the second half. Not surprising when you look at the season output from both of these clubs. Notre Dame of West Haven posted 9 clean sheets.
Oh, that one's
In the
played
regular
forward. Oh, but booted high and deep. Back to Amedovic. To Tata. To Johnson. Johnson plays it forward. Played forward this time by Notre Dame of West Haven. Offsides will be ruled. Not sure as to why, I honestly couldn't tell you.
So like the back line for Wethersfield was able to keep number 19 just a step ahead before that pass was played.
Off of the Notre Dame West Haven number 9, that's Christian Alino. Johnson will try and get a foot on it, and it's out towards Notre Dame of West Haven. Gotta say, my brain is a little
Good
excited.
switch there.
My brain is a little excited by hearing the words Notre Dame and in a sporting setting, but of course it's not that Notre Dame.
That probably would not happen in the Class L quarterfinals, but
You never know.
nice play from Daly there as the ball came into him. He switched fields quickly, gave Wethersfield an opportunity now. They have the throw in on that far side. They'll do it all again. Connor Swanson scoops the ball up, looks for the opportunity. A lot of open space in front of him. He throws it into traffic, trying to find McCarter. High in the air goes now, headed by Notre Dame.
Tata gets it back though. He'll work it over. And played, I believe that was not by DeJesus. Now DeJesus takes the ball. Ooh, whistle blows. Ooh, and DeJesus is hurt there. Wait for the stoppage.
There we go.
Get it.
So the clock will stop, 35-48 remaining, second half of this scoreless game.
Contrary to the first half, we are seeing the second half a little bit more drawn out.
We will take an opportunity here to thank some of our loyal viewers out in Bristol, Connecticut tonight. If you are watching, drop us a note over on Facebook. Wethersfield Eagles High School Soccer is the page. Let us know where you are tonight. We thank you for joining us.
I believe last game we had a few from Texas.
We did. We had Texas, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and I learned after the game we actually had... Oh, there's a shot!
Oh! Played off the crossbar and caught by Daly. Not sure if that counts as a save or not.
I think scooping it up there, I would credit that as it was definitely a shot on net. He's able to come away with it. Wethersfield escapes. That was a rocket. Went right to the crossbar.
Jeez, that nearly beat Chris Daly right there.
And it's not easy to beat Daly high. He's got length. Gets off his feet well. Bit of a tumble here in the center circle. Notre Dame's going to take over.
And the Green Knights trying to be the first ones to break the tie.
Off of a Medovic goes the wrong way. Daly's not going to get there. That's going to lead to a corner kick.
Fourth of the game for the Green Knights. Wethersfield with only one, counting for 5 set pieces throughout tonight's contest. This will be the first of the second half.
So corner kick comes, and we've got a bit of pushing and shoving on the near post. Short ball played in. Trying to weave through traffic. Nicely done by Wethersfield's defense on the outside. Ball still with Notre Dame. McCarter trying to come out of there with it. Goes over the sideline, and the Eagles will take over.
And the Eagles will get set for a throw-in. Maybe from around the 5-yard line. We'll work in a little bit further. Here it comes. Thrown right into traffic. Again, Eagles will boot this one, but far out of bounds off to the visitor's sideline. And again, so glad you could join us here this evening as you click through the virtual turnstiles to get to this one. Still scoreless with 33-40 to go in the second half.
And And after a flurry of activity, particularly that last 20 minutes of the first half, the action has slowed a little bit here as we start the second half. Both teams feeling each other out a bit.
Oh, this could be an opportunity as it's cleared away by the goalie. And a quick counterattack is struck up by Nick Santana.
Good stand up there by Capasso. Forces him back middle where there is more support waiting in blue shirts. Contreras comes out of there with the ball.
He gets there, but Notre Dame quick on the takeaway.
Good footwork there for Notre Dame to keep it alive, but McCarter with a step. He's going to get to it first.
Oh, look at him go! He's got support on the through ball! DeJesus! Oh, he's tied up and can't get the shot off. Another great opportunity for Wethersfield dissipates.
And the Eagles have to be on their toes here as Notre Dame came out of there with a quick counterattack, trying to move the ball up the field. Beautiful through ball from McCarter. Found the foot of DeJesus.
Here's Tata. He's got an opportunity. Over to Gastel, the goal's leader. 20 yards out in closing. Fires it right to the keeper. Fifth shot, fifth save.
So Gastel able to pull that one back, get the left-footed shot. The Eagles with a couple of opportunities. So just as quickly as your expert analyst here said the action was slowing down a bit, we've moved into high gear. Notre Dame going the other way now. Daly's going to come and let that one slide into his hands just inside the 18.
And you can tell these guys downshifted a little bit trying to blow past each other, so we'll see how it turns out. And now it comes up to McCarter, who's on the run. Big chance, he's tied up, fires! Oh, it's wide! Oh, you're kidding! The crowd comes to its feet as it misses the pipes by centimeters.
But this is the mental test now for the Eagles. That's two beautiful opportunities that have not materialized. They've got to bounce back and keep the pressure on Notre Dame. They cannot hang their heads here.
Well, I think these guys, they definitely know they're not invincible anymore up by the box. They're able to find these quick counterattacks, and they know what works. They keep doing it long enough, they're going to wear out this goalie. I could see a goal coming before regulation ends. And here's Gastel. Tries to work it up to McCarter. Not going to happen. Back to Amedovic. Amedovic to Gustafson. Gustafson to Capasso. Capasso to Tata. Tata looking for somebody. Ooh, good step by Notre Dame of West Haven. And number 10 plays back with it. Ooh, a misstep. And the pass goal is a little too far out in front. That will be out of bounds. 30-45 to go.
30-45, second half, scoreless game. Wethersfield and Notre Dame of West Haven. We welcome our viewers. We've got Notre in Miami. We've got Grandma Judy in Waldorf, Maryland.
That'll be played out of bounds.
We understand in our last telecast, we actually had an international audience as one of the parents on the team watched the game from Portugal.
Ah. So we are, the international game in the United States is reaching international
Nice ball.
markets, I guess. As it'll be played off of a defender. McCarter's set on the throw-in. And Notre Dame of West Haven quick to get it back. Nicely played. Trying to get it to McCarter.
Collision there, no whistle. Johnson tries to play it back. He's got Contreras, goes far side to Connor Swanson now.
Swanson works it forward to Johnson, who can't quite get a hand on it. No whistle comes. That one's booted deep ball.
Daly is going to let that one roll inside the 18. Picks it up quickly. Reverses directions. Here comes Marco Capasso now down the right side.
And he's going to play it deep from the back. They're trying to get on the counterattack real fast. They played a little too far forward. Capasso trying to keep it in bounds, and he'll do so. Oh, whiff! And then a slip!
DeJesus gets to it.
DeJesus was all over it, but it's off his foot and in for Notre Dame of West Haven. DeJesus arguing with the ref, and I'm not sure that's truly the thing you need to do. That looked like the right call. Looked like he just hooked it with the ankle and sent it out of bounds. And as that transpires, Notre Dame sends it out of bounds. Capasso fires into Tata. Tata now to Gastel. Gastel back to Joey. The CCSU commit sends it over to Amedovic. Amedovic back to Tata. Tata plays it forward to DeJesus. Played off a Notre Dame defender. Out of bounds it goes. We'll see a throw-in coming here from the corner.
DeJesus likely will send this one into the box.
They're
Still
playing.
near post.
They'll play it outside to Capasso. It's a bold move. Play it forward. Oh, just a miss there.
That was a rocket. Not sure Gustafson could have handled that had he been able to connect with it.
I think that would have bounced right off the body and ricocheted wildly. That was a missile coming off. Here comes Gastel. Gastel along the sideline. Can he turn? Played out of bounds by Notre Dame West Haven.
All right, but that's the formula for the Eagles, trying to make that turn on the outside.
And they have a good opportunity. That one's thrown in by Capasso to Gastel. Johnson gets practically stiff-armed. Back over to Capasso now. Tata in front. DeJesus to Tata. Good step. Controls it back to Swanson. Swanson now. Played back. Notre Dame and West Haven trying to get on the charge. They haven't been able to clear the ball. Shot saved.
So Gustafson stepped forward,
Number
took a
6.
shot there. It's the first header, the chip from Swanson trying to find Giancarlo DeJesus, but defended nicely by Notre Dame. They're going to come the other way, ball all the way over the midline where Contreras is waiting for it.
And I've noticed Notre Dame playing a little bit more conservatively offensively. They're playing a lot more of defensive ball, and it could pay off for him. As here's Sam Johnson on the run. Ball stays with him. Now over towards Capasso. He's going to boot one. Deflection. Gastel trying to be right there. Keeper's going to get to it. And that was going to be another rocket. 26.5 to go in the second half of this one.
And we welcome members of our Eagles family watching in Fredericksburg, Virginia, as well as Shillington, Pennsylvania.
And played out. Gustafson is going to get to it. Plays it off. Notre Dame West Haven looking for an attack, but a little too hard of a pass. Deflected. Back to McCarter. Now it's out to Tata. Tata to Gustafson. Gustafson from the 45.
Looking for McCarter.
He's got him. Ooh, maybe a little trip. Whistle does get called, and that'll be a free kick. And Notre Dame West Haven slowly but surely charging for a frontal assault. Number 3 to take the free kick, that is Thomas McCarthy.
25-40 and counting, second half action. We are scoreless. Again, not a terrible surprise if you looked at the season results for these two teams. The ball goes into the box, cleared out of there by Capasso.
Back towards Johnson. Johnson's going to try and play it out. Gets tripped up, whistle blows, free kick. We're seeing the refs get a little bit more on top of the physicality in this game in this second half. First half, they were really letting them play it out, but right now, they're going by the book in the second half as that one's booted forward. Played off the head of DeJesus towards Gastel. Defense takes it away. Cleared by Notre Dame of West Haven, and we'll see a Wethersfield throw in with under 25 minutes to go.
So as Wethersfield tries to find an opportunity here, we go back to regular season results. Notre Dame of West Haven put up 9 clean sheets in the regular season through 16 games. Wethersfield with 5 of their own.
This one's played along that low corner to McCarter, but these guys are stacking on the high sideline. McCarter gets tripped up and the ball is ripped away from him, no whistle.
There's Contreras waiting for it. Eagles with plenty of space here. Capasso looking for the opportunity. He's going to send it far side. McCarter chases it down.
Gonna have to get there. He does. No offsides.
Still alive.
Now it is not alive anymore.
So it looks like the offside was called. The
Whistle was delayed.
whistle was delayed. Actually, not sure if it was the offside.
They throw it into the goalie.
Near side official, or if it went over the sideline there. But either way, the ball comes either way. Wethersfield needs to clear it out.
Oh, this could be trouble. Notre Dame West Haven trying to mount an attack. It's upwards.
Nice deflection from Capasso. And again, the back line for the Eagles He is coming through when it counts.
Every shot has found a glove tonight. 6-4 on the shot counter, 6-4 on the save counter. No one has found the back of the net, and we're nearly 3/4 of the way through tonight's game. McCarter has it, far sideline, off his head and out of bounds. Notre Dame West Haven, mounting momentum.
Swanson with a nice tackle is going to take over the ball. It's going to draw a whistle to go Weathersfield way.
Whoa! I don't
Challenged
know.
nicely there by Connor Swanson. Ball is in.
Johnson, he's off to the races, and he's all by himself. Oh my goodness. Shanks it.
Not able to turn the hips. Ball went straight instead of curling toward the net there. It goes wide right. Goal kick coming for Notre Dame of West Haven. Scoreless
Mendez
game,
will come in.
22-45.
Subbing in for Notre Dame of West Haven, number 20, Andrew Mendez.
So Andrew Mendez will move into the game. Again, 22.5 to go. Whistle blows for the goal kick to commence. This has truly been a back and forth game, but the Eagles controlling the possession time in the second half, much as Notre Dame West Haven did in the first.
Weathersfield, though, has not been able to find an opportunity to get the ball in the corner, get the step, and then send it back into the middle of the field. Most of the shots are either coming from far out.
West Haven has been figuring this out all night. That is the Eagles' bread and butter, and as that goes out of bounds on West Haven, Eagles will take the ball and they'll have a throw-in from their own end.
And again, we will apologize for what undoubtedly will be some shaky camera work. Our regular crew and equipment unavailable for tonight's game, but we again will do our best to keep the description of the action going.
It's played far sideline. Weathersfield tries to work it through. Off a defender. Now to DeJesus. DeJesus. Does McCarter get there in time? He does. Through ball. Johnson. Oh, goal from Sam Johnson at 21-16. The seal is broken. 1-0 Weathersfield.
And there it was. McCarter got the ball down the left side, able to make the turn, sent it back toward the middle, and that's where the right foot of Sam Johnson was waiting, and he puts it in the back of the net. 21-16 remaining. Weathersfield 1, Notre Dame West Haven 0.
There's still another quarter to this game, but this crowd has become an electric factory.
Eagles goal! Scored by number 15, Sam Johnson! His third of the postseason, time of the goal 21 minutes and 16 seconds. And with this kind of energy, the Eagles cannot let it get to their head as Notre Dame West Haven mounted a quick counterattack. Here comes Joey Tata, though, along the near sideline. With the Eagles breaking the seal. Johnson back to Tata. Eagles need one more for a little insurance. Oh, and they wrestle each other to the ground. Tata breaks loose, though. Can he turn? Gets it inward. Notre Dame West Haven.
Johnson is knocked off the ball. No whistle. Here comes Notre Dame the other way. Gustafson tries to stop the initial attack. Long ball played.
That's got to be offsides. Yes, it will be.
By about 10 yards, if not more.
Oh, and here we go. They're going to start arguing, and this game has gotten chippy here tonight. Not what you want to see. These guys are starting to get anxious, and they're a little tested with half the second half to go. Only 20 minutes to play. What can be the outcome here with Guilford waiting in the wings at the semifinals? A trip to the Final Four is what's at stake here today on a rain date. Tata tries to set it. Gastel. Oh, the ref gets taken down by a stray pass. Back to Contreras. Far sideline.
McCarter make the turn. He's got a step. McCarter now again down the left side. Challenged at the last minute by a second defender.
Cleared, and the ball is still within Weathersfield hands. And with the Eagles on top by 1, 19-13 to go in the contest. The final game here at Catone for a lot of these kids. And it would mean a lot if they can get one last win on home grounds. They've still got another 18:55 left as they play it into the box.
Jesus gets it back after the throw. Taken away there. It's rolling in the middle of the field. Contreras now.
And play inward. Johnson there again. Johnson is coming big spots for this Eagles team as DeJesus now off to McCarter. Johnson on the far corner.
There's a lot of contact now. Johnson able to get through those two defenders, but the ball gets away from him.
7 shots, 6 saves, and 1 goal for the Eagles.
And as you said, another one for insurance would be
huge.
Fantastic. Oh, there's
that's got to be a call. Has to be a whistle, and he's hurt.
Yeah, that was from behind. A lot of contact. The Notre Dame player appears to be hurt on that far sideline.
We've seen McCarter red carded for these instances earlier in the season.
It is a hard-fought game both ways. We are stopped at 18:02 in the second half. No card has been issued.
And these fans getting a little too rowdy. Number 17 comes in.
Sub again for Notre Dame of West Haven, number 17, Joseph Lacouche.
So things have gotten interesting here. The Eagles have scored a goal. They lead at 1-0. We've got 18 minutes, 2 seconds in regulation. Collision on that far sideline. Call goes against Wethersfield. No card issued. A long stoppage of play, though, and we are back in action.
Yeah, it looks like that player comes off the field. He's got his ribs there, so...
Good play from Medovic to clear that ball into the trees on the far side.
And I think that might have cleared the fence as well, and another soccer ball for another kid to wake up to tomorrow.
Good header from Johnson. Pulls it back. Pass unable to connect. Here's an opportunity down. Good step from Owen Medovic, and another ball high onto that far side. Throw will come for Notre Dame as they look to even this one up. Wethersfield with a 1-0 lead. Throw comes in near post.
Wethersfield again, they cannot get too excited about this 1-goal lead. There's still a lot of time left to go. And in a game this close with teams this good, anything can happen. Here's the 5th corner kick of the evening for Notre Dame West Haven. Can they break through? Oh! Chris Daly on top of it. And he'll roll over.
A bit of extra drama from Mr. Daly.
I guess
embellishment is the perfect word for that. Nice job snatching the ball out of the air off the corner.
And the Oscar goes to Chris Daly.
All right, so Wethersfield.
That one played by Gastel to DeJesus. DeJesus got tied up, but he keeps it. Near sideline. Oh, good challenge by number 3 out there. Thomas McCarthy. Great challenge. As here comes a throw-in for Giancarlos DeJesus.
16:30 and counting, second half. Wethersfield trying to add to the 1-0 lead.
And that'll be...
Passo's going to look to send it other side. Deflected nicely by the defense for Notre Dame. Here's Johnson. Capasso with it. Left foots it over to Gastel. He sends one.
Oh, just wide as it curves along the ground.
Yeah, he did not get the right part of his foot on that ball. Little English sent it curving away from the net. Passo is there with a header. Right at the midline we go.
And played in to West Haven hands. Notre Dame's got to start getting aggressive, and aggressive they were getting
Got
earlier.
a challenge in the corner. Gustafson is there from the midfield. The ball goes over the inline, and there's a goal kick coming for Wethersfield. Good play defensively from Gustafson as he made the challenge, prevented the shot.
And I believe Notre Dame West Haven did get one last piece of it before it rolled over the end line. 15.5 to go. Again, winner gets a date with Guilford next week. Do we know a tentative date for that matchup?
We do not.
Would it be a Tuesday, a Wednesday?
We know it'll be sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but
Okay.
we will get through. We got 15
Here's
minutes
Sam
of soccer
Johnson.
here.
Ooh.
Johnson goes down just outside the corner of the 18.
I think he might have tripped over himself back there. It didn't look like there was any contact.
It did not warrant a whistle there. Good step from Gustafson. He goes down, tries to keep his foot on it.
Might have got a hand on that though.
All right, whistle does blow.
Tried to stabilize himself on the slide, and he almost rolled the ball forward.
And we will.
That's
a
booking.
card going against.
No stoppage either. A yellow card was delivered.
So it looked to be a card issued against Joey Tata as the ball was sent forward away from the official.
22 to sub in.
Subbing in for Weathersfield, number 22, Ray Betoya.
Now we see the stoppage in the clock.
So the yellow card officially for delay of game against Joey Tata as he sent the ball forward trying to eat up some clock. The official right there on top of it makes that call. We are back in action here, 14:21 remaining, second half. Weathersfield trying to hold on. A 1-0 lead at this point. Notre Dame challenging.
Played out of bounds. Looks like Brodowitz and Tata set to come back into the game. Eagles, of course, trying to set out their best 11 onto the field. Try and lock this game up in the final 14 minutes, but still, anything can happen. And Notre Dame of West Haven getting aggressive offensively the way they should be.
Challenged by Contreras down in the corner, and Betoya. Nice.
It's 1-0 Eagles in control. Here comes the ball. It's sent forward, picked up. Taken by Notre Dame West Haven. It's high and it's through the uprights. And we'll see the subs finally march in for Wethersfield, 9 and 14, and we'll see 11 for Notre Dame West Haven.
Notre Dame of West Haven, number 11, Jamie Fonseca. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 9, Thomas Brodowitz, and number 14, Joey Tata.
All right, our apologies to everybody who was watching us over on YouTube. We lost the feed, unable to reconnect it, so we are starting it up here. Facebook Live we go. 9:30 remaining in the second half. Wethersfield hanging on to a 1-0 lead over Notre Dame of West Haven.
If they can keep it, this would be monumental. Oh, maybe a little too much contact. Whistle blows against Capasso. That is the right call right there.
So again, we started out, had most of the game on YouTube, but our feed went down, so we are going to finish it out here on the Wethersfield Eagles High School Soccer Facebook page. Thank you for finding us. If you were watching and you found us and know somebody else who may have been watching,
Feel
let
free to
them know that we're
share.
here. Yes. We're going to finish it out here as we were unable to get YouTube back up and running.
So Facebook Live, the exclusive home to the last 8 minutes and 45 seconds of tonight's game. Throw-in, pulled in by Wethersfield. Played off the back of the head of a West Haven defender. Back towards Wethersfield. Johnson works it inside. Through balls, they look for Tata. Tata's there. Plays it off a defender. And it's out of bounds. And it looks like they're trying to call for a hand up there. I'm not sure. 8:20 to go here in this one.
8 minutes, 20 seconds and counting. Second half, Wethersfield trying to add to a 1-0 lead. At stake in this one, the last spot in the CIAC Class L semifinals, the fourth and final spot.
The winner gets Guilford into the box. Worked out. Number 20 for West Haven. They try a through ball from way in the back. There's so many blue shirts back there. It would be almost impossible. Working off a rebound is West Haven.
Good step from Connor Swanson to clear that ball. He's got Brodowitz in the circle.
Brodowitz sets it out to the high sideline. This will be sent back through the middle to Johnson. No one's stacking the middle anymore. Brodowitz to Tata. Tata looking at an opportunity with 7.5 to go. The Eagles just trying to claim another one. A push. No whistle. And everyone on their feet appealing. Yakum pleading his case. No penalty. 7:18 to go.
Joey Tata got into the box on the right side. He went down. There was contact. The official did not think that it warranted a whistle.
We'll see a throw in here for Wethersfield. They let one rip, immediately back out of bounds by Notre Dame and West Haven. 7 minutes to go in the second half. The Eagles could possibly be this close.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 22, Ray Batoya.
And out comes Gastel, in comes Batoya. 6:43 left in the contest. Another throw-in. This one will be sent in by Capasso. He looks for open ground. Picked up. West Haven will let it go out of bounds, and they'll play it over the netminder, who's going to get set for the goal kick. 6.5 now to go in the second half, and the Eagles have got to play big-time defense. Expect a blitzkrieg-style offense coming out of Notre Dame West Haven for these final 6 minutes of action. The Eagles off ahead. Tries to find Brodowitz. He does not. Batoya tracking it down. The step is not in time. Johnson is there. Johnson gets tripped. Hand goes up. But that might be for offsides. Here's Tata. No whistle. Joey Tata at 6:02.
He sent it across and looked like Thomas Brodowitz was there.
Joey Tata is second to the postseason and is second in the game on the night shot.
Joey Tata had the assist.
Oh, who was it?
Brodowitz, I'm pretty sure.
Thomas Brodowitz. Thomas Brodowitz.
Ball. Ball.
Second goal.
Thomas.
And we do get confirmation. Thomas Brodowitz.
Yeah, Joey Tata got on the right side again as he had done previously when he was taken down. That time he kept the ball on his foot. Beautiful cross. Brodowitz able to almost walk that ball into the back of the net. That gives the Eagles a 2-0 advantage.
Eagles goal scored by number 9, Thomas Brodowitz. His second of the postseason. Time of the goal 6 minutes and 2 seconds.
And so, that's a big insurance goal. And Eagles faithful with the chance. And the Eagles playing in towards Batoya. Eagles looking for a third. Bounces off of Tata. It'll be played backwards. 5:17 to go in a 2-0 soccer game. As they would most likely say across the pond in the 80s, a rousing match of football here this evening. 2-0. Eagles in control. Number 20 back there. Still some time. Notre Dame looking for a furious counterattack. It's not going to come to fruition. Number 19 still hanging on to it as they're slowed by the back line. Notre Dame of West Haven, though, quickly gaining reinforcements on the attacking end. Played in by Swanson. Swanson works it forward. Now coming over towards Brodowitz. Brodowitz splits a defender. Works it in. Tata trying to find it near sideline. Tata makes it. He's going to get there. And it's kicked out of bounds. Notre Dame West Haven forces it out. 4:30 to go in the second half.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 21, Tomas Santos.
Clock stops for the substitution. And they start the clock again with just under 4.5, and it looks like we might be back here on YouTube. Looks like we're back on Blue Eagle.
We are back on YouTube. Our apologies. Our feed went down. We could not resurrect it. And the time that we were away and shifted over to Facebook.
Thomas Brodowitz gets the breathing room goal as a slide. That should be a whistle here. We're going to see a booking. They stop the clock. Tomas Santos backing away. He's trying to call him over there with 4:04 to go. It'll be a yellow card as Santos will be on the receiving end of a booking.
Coming in for Wethersfield, number 14, Joey Tata.
Back into this game.
All right, so again, folks, if you're watching on YouTube, we apologize for losing the feed. While you were away, the Eagles have scored an insurance goal. They lead it 2-0. 4 minutes remaining, second half. We will keep you here on Facebook as well.
Oh! Daly gets out and bats at it.
So good save from Chris Daly there. Keeps Notre Dame off the scoreboard. Again, it's 2-0 Wethersfield. Trying to hold on here to claim that last spot in the semifinals. Nice challenge from Gustafson in the corner.
And now coming back with it, cleared away, and out of bounds it goes. Wethersfield. Nope, Notre Dame West Haven will receive. And the box with a shot and a save!
A nice turn on that ball, gets it in toward the net, but Chris Daly able to get to that one. Low near post. He sends the ball high, but it's going to be short. At the midline, Notre Dame takes over. Again, it is 2-0 Wethersfield. Under 3 minutes remaining in the second half.
And the Eagles looking to try and lock up this game in the final 2 minutes.
2-0.
Lead, played off the foot of Brodowitz. Whistle blows for a stoppage.
2-0 was the score 2 years ago, yesterday, when these two teams met in a second-round playoff game here at Catone.
Yes, lightning does strike twice, potentially. Stoppage in play as Wethersfield will bring subs on. No, will not. Stop it for the free kick. The Eagles trying to run out the clock by slowly bringing the ball up. Let's see right through that one.
2:27 to go, second half.
Just a reminder that the clock will stop when these substitutions do go in, since Wethersfield is leading.
That is true. We saw that with the first substitution of the final 5 minutes out of bounds. Clock stops. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 8, Will McCarter, and number 21, Tomas Santos.
So 2:18 remains. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. We've got 2 cameras going. I don't know what the audio sounds like on either one of them at this point, but
We'll assume it's good.
hopefully you can hear us. It's Wethersfield 2, Notre Dame and West Haven nothing. We're approaching the final 2 minutes of this one.
Here we go, 2:10 to go. Notre Dame and West Haven. Working in. Capasso on a slide. He caught a piece of it, whistle blows. Oh, and they're going to book him. They're going to book him.
Wow, and there is a yellow card issued to Wethersfield's Marco Capasso. Under 2 minutes now, clock is stopped. 1:55 on the clock. That is
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 23, Josh Costal.
If now our counting is correct, that's the 3rd yellow issued of the night against the Eagles. McCarter, actually Joey Tata got one, sorry. Joey Tata, then Tomas Santos, and now Marco Capasso.
Playing right to the capable hands of Chris Dale.
And that was keeper to keeper there as Notre Dame West Haven's keeper came up to take that free kick, went right to Chris Daly.
That is number 2, Gabe Bravo Cancino. I believe got it. Or maybe that still is Zach Benson, who is in the net. But with a minute and a half to go in the second half, and time hopefully coming to a quick close. Ball playing forward, cleared out. 1:20 now to go. Notre Dame West Haven firing on all cylinders here offensively right at the end. And with now we approach the final minute. Play it inward. Now back, and that one's booted high and wide.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
All right, the Eagles are 60 seconds away from a trip to the semifinals, where they were 2 years ago in the last state tournament.
It's all right there with 40 seconds to go.
In the
Laid
center
back.
circle.
Oh, we've got a player down.
Collision in the center circle. Officials are letting action continue. Now the whistle's going to blow. We're going to stop the clock.
Well, with 27 seconds flat.
27 seconds remain here. We had a collision in the center circle. Thomas Brodowitz and the player for Notre Dame West Haven going after the ball.
27 seconds. Notre Dame of West Haven will receive a free kick.
27 seconds separate the Eagles from a hard-fought trip to the Class L semifinals. And again, probably the better feed and audio is over on YouTube if you're with us on Facebook, but we'll keep both going through the end of this one.
Into the final few seconds of this one. 18 seconds to go, and it looks almost all but certain that the Eagles will have a date with Guilford.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and the Eagles win!
There it is, the celebration ensues on the field, the turf and Catone.
Your final score, Wethersfield 2 and Notre Dame of West Haven 0. We thank you for attending this evening's contest, and please drive home safely.
All right, we are going to shut down the Facebook feed. Thank you for joining us here. We'll leave you two up for just a moment.
What a final game that was. For myself, Jimmy Clark, for Dave Gustafson, for the 20 seniors on the field, we thank you so much for tuning in with us night in, night out. We'd like to thank Mr. Maltesi, Mr. Gustafson, Mr. McCarter. We'd also like to thank Sue Coco, who couldn't be here this evening, but helping us bring all our games to you wherever you were in the state. Until we see each other again, which will most likely be the semifinals, so long, everybody. Good night.